everybody, how are you doing today? My name is Marvel and I welcome you back to Marvel's Diary. It's a show, it's been very beautiful about you've come with us and I can't say thank you enough. Thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube. I see your comments all the time, I'm like, whoosh, you are doing well. And my dear, you got it? You are doing well. So thank you so much, I'm so grateful for all you've done. I mean, you guys go as far back as sharing. A couple of days ago, I was doing a private Mother's Diary session with a very dear friend because of what she heard and I had to put out to a couple of things. So thank you so much. It's been a very beautiful conversation, beautiful life with you. And I'm here today with my bro, Ebuka. Ebuka, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome anytime, any day. It's your show too. It's just that you drop money before you leave.
Okay, they play.
You don't used to pay on the radio, but you pay us on the radio.
They play.
Actually, Ebuka is one amazing friend I've met over the months and he's been a very good guy. I can vouch for his tenacity, his love and all of that. Ebuka is a very potential guy and he does work with a couple of organizations all around the country and sometimes overseas. So Ebuka, tell us who you are.
Okay, so hello, my name is Ebuka Chidube. I'm a marketing professional with about 4 years of experience. In those years, I've done my best to help all the clients I've worked with to achieve the best return on their investments, and it's just been an exciting journey coming this far. I've learned a lot, but currently I handle digital marketing for Piggy Vest and I also consult for iFitness. I'm the founder of Exo Digital, a social media agency that helps business owners to scale, and I'm happy to be on the show.
Let me start my name is Marvel. I used to do this, I used to do that, I used to do this and that, I used to do this, that, this. Because it's not professional, it's not, life is not hard.
You don't, let me say my market, you don't know who's watching. You don't, I can tell.
Watching, patronize. Anyways, thank you so much, Ebuka. I'm so grateful. Now, everything he said he does is just partition of some of the things he actually do in real life. So, patronizing if you have something, it's being beautiful. And then also, I may not remember to say this at the end of the podcast, if you have something that you can do for you, I think it's a good way to start up. It's very good. It's very good.
Thank you
His
for
money
saying
does
that.
not break the bank.
Yes, I'm not expensive.
Piggy
I'm
Vest.
very affordable.
The big names are actually affordable. Thank you so much, Ebuka. So,
thank you for having me.
I'd love us to talk about marketing today, and I would want someone who is watching to, at a point or the other, be able to get a grasp of what marketing is, so that they can also upscale their business.
All right. So when people hear about marketing, in fact, it's very interesting when I say I'm a marketer because people start to think that I walk from street to street selling things, but that is not the truth. About 10 years from now, when the internet was not quite as strong as it is, that used to be the case. You needed to go and visit somebody in the shop and get them to buy what you were selling. But with the advent of the internet, with the advent of social media, it's easier now to sell than ever before, right? So marketing has now evolved from being very traditional to being more digital now, and it's really exciting to see the journey of how that has, come through over the years, right? So I was thinking about how to approach this, but then it's just important that I tell you that it doesn't matter what you're selling, it doesn't matter what business you're into, it doesn't matter what product or service you're selling. If you're not leveraging digital marketing right now for your brand, you're leaving a lot of money on the table because things have changed. People are more susceptible to buy now than, let's say, 10 years ago. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably made a purchase online before. So imagine if you are not leveraging the opportunities that come with digital marketing. There's just so much you can do and achieve when it comes to growing your business.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ebuka. I'm so grateful. So, in case you want to bring up your sales from a 1 into a 1,000%, you can start it by marketing and Ebuka is your guy. It's a good way to start. So, Ebuka, I also want you to tell us or speak your heart out on how people can really upscale the business. I know you've told us that there's money in this thing, like we can make more money, help our business and all of that. And there was a time I was hearing from Exo Digital because I follow you a lot, and you were saying you spent 60 million. If only I can see 60 million naira available, like very available at once in my account. Will not be sitting here. I'll just. But then it's not for the pride of it. I'm just saying spending 60 million naira on hands is quite a lot to spend. And I mean, you must have learned a thing or two, like you
Yeah.
said, and all of shit. So I want you to share with us what it feels like wanting to spend that kind of money on hats, and how was the return like, and how can we use that to scale our businesses?
Okay, so you asked the question. The first one is how can somebody scale in digital marketing? Because there is a lot of money on the ground, and also I'll take them one after the other. So first of all, when it comes to digital marketing, you have to, you know how before your evangelist will literally carry all those megaphones and go and start preaching to everybody. By the end of the day, I don't think that's even an effective way to even preach. Let's even come from church and go, because you need to go after your targets and then let them realize who you are speaking to. Because in that your broadcast with your megaphone back then, you could be talking to pastors as well. They're already Christians. You could be talking to people that don't care, people that are atheists, right? They might not be interested in listening to what you have to say. But imagine if you go directly to like who needs to hear what you're saying, maybe like the slum, the prison, things like that. That's just the way digital marketing you can also like bring that into digital marketing, because the number one thing you have to think about is your target audience. Once you're able to understand who you are speaking to, understand the problems that they are going through in life, if you come with value and this is what you're selling to solve that problem, trust me, they'll be able to open their wallets, right? So if you can't just be blasting to everybody, even jollof rice is not loved by everybody, right? So it's important that you know that this is who I'm speaking to, this is why they need my services. And then with that, you're gonna start thinking about content, about ads, about the messaging and everything. But like the first thing that is super important is how you're able to speak to the audience that needs what you're selling. Because if you make a mistake from that point, your entire marketing is going to be flawed, right? So to the second question, which is around how I was able to spend over 60 million this year on ads. I was having a conversation with a friend, and then it was like part of the people that I kind of mentor, in marketing, and he was like, he wants to start running ads, but he doesn't know how to scale his ads or how to run proper ads, to like get results. And then I just said, let me even just confirm how much I've spent so far in the year. And then I figured out that I spent over 60 million across my clients, right? So I started to tell him things that he can do just from the learnings that I've gotten from there. And then I discovered that this is actually content that a lot of people can learn from. So I started to then shoot about 10 videos about the 10 things that I learned, about after spending 60 million on ads. I won't talk about everything right now, but if you go to my page, you'll be able to see like everything in depth, But one of the things that I would say is, for a lot of people, it was a lot of money, and I understand that. But in the industry, that's even a fraction of how much people spend on marketing. The Barbie movie that everybody just watched now spent over 100 million on marketing dollars, right? So 60 million is just a little bit of money in what is happening in the industry, But one of the things that really helped me, is understanding the channels where this thing really works, right? So obviously, for you to spend that kind of money, you need to be running like frequent tests. So I tested 6 platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Google Ads, and then App Next. So all these platforms, I was, shifting budget as needed, to meet each of my clients' expectations. And yeah, it was an amazing time, to be honest.
I'm beginning to get confounded on the podcast, because not just hearing the numbers, it's how far he has been able to help people upscale. Thank you so much for all you said. But right now, I want us to talk specifically on how, on what is a possibility of me doing as a business owner to push my business.
Okay.
Marketing itself. Give us a real life.
Okay.
Something I can
Case
apply.
study, right?
I can apply.
Okay.
Not just case study, something
Okay.
I can apply. And there we go.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of my clients as an example, right? So she sells something as simple as cake colors. Now, cake colors is not the cake itself, it's not the pastries, it's just what is used to bake. Now, you'd find that that's a very niche, because I want to ensure that this cuts across whatever you're selling, right? So I'm going to use this as a case study today, just because it's something that a lot of people are not doing, because they believe that there's no money in it. But I know that every time we have shipments, we sell out every single time. And each of these products, imagine buying one piece of color for 4,000 naira and then like selling bottles, right? So how was I able to like achieve that? So let me see how I can tie it into like something that is realistic and something you can take home with you, right? So first of all, the first thing I said when I started speaking was understanding my audience. I knew that people that needed these colors were bakers. So where were they existing? That was the first thing. So you can literally narrate this to whatever it is you're selling. If you're a photographer, where your customers are existing, where are they hanging out? If you're probably a bricklayer, if you probably have you do like dry cleaning. Where people that need your services, where do they exist on the internet? That is where you have to go to and reach out to them. So I knew that I had bakers. Like bakers were like my main clients, right? My main focus. And because of that, I knew that I needed to find out where they were hanging out more. And Instagram was where they were, because Instagram is a visual platform. So when you understand where your customers are, you don't need to start wasting time looking for maybe in TikTok or Twitter or random places. Once you're able to narrow down where your customers exist and you come with them with an offer that's irresistible, trust me, they're going to jump on it. So the first thing that I did was discovering who my audience was. And once I figured out who they were, I started to now look around, researching the kind of content that they like to see. So the first thing, looking at your audience is important. Then competitor research. Obviously, I need to look at people that were doing well in that space. I did, in fact, as God will have it, or will I say, as luck would have it, she was literally the only person that was doing so well in Nigeria at the time. So it means that my commission was no longer in Nigeria. I had to start looking outside Nigeria, because bakers like to look at I'll call them Oyibo people's work to like get inspired, you know. So I started to then look at which kind of audiences are they looking at, which kind of competitors are they following, which kind of content are they doing, which kind of content are they liking the most. Because truth of the matter is, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's to say, follow who no road, hold your teeth fair, right? So it's important that you literally figure out who and what is doing really well in your space, and literally just pick what works for them. Some people call it copying. There's no new idea in this world, to be honest. If you find something that's working, lift it, use it. Nobody's going to kill you. Just ensure that you throw your spin on it, right? So with this woman that sells baking colors, I was able to figure out about 3 strong competitors that went over in Nigeria. And then I saw the kind of content that people liked. I lifted that and started to use those kind of content on my page. So that's the first thing. I discovered my audience. I did competitor research. I started to create quality content. That's the third thing. So like I said, whatever niche you are in, finding out who your audience is, doing competitor research on who is leading and how you can literally win, creating great content, and then thinking about your selling point is the next one. Because everybody, literally, if you are in a very popular space like maybe entertainment, or you sell clothes, there are a lot of people selling clothes and shoes on Instagram. Why should people buy from you? So you have to think around about what is my unique selling point here. If I do this, how can I stand out from the crowd? Once you have that, you turn that into content, you start to post your content. Ads are very important. It was back in the day when Instagram and Facebook just came that you could literally post and your friends will see your content. Now, just 2% of your audience see your content. If you see people that have 10 million followers, you cannot see them have 1 million likes. It's not possible. Unless like they are very popular, and then maybe the only way they can actually get that kind of engagement is when people now start sharing to their networks. But if it's from your page alone, if you have 10 million followers, just 2% of your followers at the very least are the ones that are going to see your content organically. Now narrow that down to someone that has less than 2,000 followers. That's a very little reach for you. So ads, you have to invest in ads as much as you can. But then I also say that use your head. Don't spend all your money on ads, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you cannot do it yourself, get help. If you're going to do it yourself, ensure that you know the in and out of what you're doing so that you don't waste your resources. I always say it's better use your money to buy shawarma than waste it on ads, to be honest. Right, so these are just a couple of the things that you can do to get break even. So let me take a picture of an ideal world when you do all of these things. Somebody comes to your page for the first time. They see that you're speaking to them, target audience is checked. They see that you've done computer research because it's what they liked on the person that they're following, that they're seeing on your page. That's also checked. Your content is great. That's also checked. You have like a very good selling point that the product developers have not seen before, something that really speaks to their pain. That's checked. And then your ads, maybe they're probably going through their story and then your ads comes in front of them. With all these things, it's a very high chance that you can convert that person.
Awesome. Now I'm thinking we should do probably an episode with a guest and we say the shawarma episode. Use your money to do shawarma in case you want to run high. You don't know what you're doing. Eat shawarma in peace so that you even know where you eat it. Go to a your dog so that you think that's very young and have plenty. I don't know. Thank you so much, Ebuka, for all you've said. It's been a good conversation, and I'm so grateful that you're here dishing out all this knowledge. And I need you to give us a final word for our listeners.
Okay.
But before you say that, I just wanted you to keep it so that you could speak your heart out. Because Ebuka, like I said, he can speak to this for hours. So if he's coming to share this in the space of 15-20 minutes, it's because you don't want to bore the audience. I want us to you have other content you really want to watch. So I'm going to refer you back to his page. See more. You can get more. I mean, there is more in this space than what you're seeing right now. Like the 2% thing you spoke about. I'm just hearing about that one. I should have come with my tab so that I can also put 1 or 2 things down and probably I mean, he's my friend, but I respect his craft. Do you understand? But then, It's spilling knowledge out here. So get into the page, get more of what you need to get, and just make money. Make money so that you can have more data, so that you can watch my data and make money so that you can say, I see what you are doing there. I'm sending you 2 million euros and I don't mind, But then you'll find out.
Okay. So one thing that cause I started Exo Digital in February because I discovered that a lot of people really need some of the things that I was doing, and I was like, oh, I was doing a lot of experiments and like, wow, this is actually crazy. A lot of people can learn from this. So the page was entirely free. If you follow me, I have over 100 videos on marketing from when I started in January. I'm sorry, February rather. So I'm more like my content is only of videos because I feel like that's when I can express more. That's when you can get to like learn a lot more about what I'm trying to say. However, I see a fraction of the information that for example, if I'm handling a topic, it's just a fraction of that of the entire thing, just the gist of it, right? So what I'm saying in essence is, if you follow my page, I'm not this is like literally, I'm not trying to sell anything to you, but if you really have issues with learning how social media marketing really works, I have over 100 videos on my Instagram page for you to literally check it out and then help yourself. Also, I'm very available if you have questions. Maybe you've watched the video and you're not really sure what I was talking about. I'm very open for now until I start to chat properly, but I'm very open for now. You can always reach out to me, whoever you are. You can jump on a quick call. I can help you, because for me, it's beyond making money. It's more like, I know that a lot of people are going through tough times. A lot of people are not doing well in their businesses and making them really sad. So just contributing my little quota to the world by helping business owners to make profits. That's all that matters to me, to be honest. Because I know that the content that I share, people pay thousands of naira for that kind of content, right? So one of the only thing that I'm going to end this with is, content is king, right? So no matter what industry you're in, find out the content that works for your brand. People will naturally gravitate to your page and to your brand. You have to treat your customers properly. I've had a lot of bad experiences from people that sell on Instagram, and I'm like, this is literally your shop. You're treating me like this. What if you don't have the physical store? What's going to happen? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, you have to make sure that your customers are completely satisfied, and then just don't give up. Consistency is key, because if you are doing anything you are trying to do and then you discover that it's not working and you give up, man, that doesn't mean just a little bit more push that have gotten you to the goal you are trying to get. So consistency is key. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very hard. But when you keep at it, you start to learn new things. Ideas start to come to you. Start to become very, very good at your craft. And then eventually you get there. All the people you see today that have done really well, it didn't just happen on them. It was years of constant work, years of constant labor that got them to where they are. I think that's practically it from me, to be honest.
Awesome conversation. Thank you so much, Ebuka.
Thank you very much for having me.
So I'll share some of Ebuka's handles on social media in the description, and most likely some will flow to the screen while he's been talking. Thank you so much for watching Marvel's Diary today. I hope you found this content very helpful. If you do, kindly click the subscribe button on Cflix and on YouTube, and take a like so that we will have more. Just drop a comment, and also just in case you are listening to the audio platforms on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Music, and all of that, drop a comment, answer the poll, drop a like, and all that. Click the follow, and then I'll see you some other time on my website. Thank you so much, Ebuka.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Yeah, I'll always be here whenever you need them to come here. And also, please, also, if you have questions, I know there's a lot that's going on. My DMs are open. You can reach out to me. I will be happy to help you.
At least, once you start charging for direction, because there's a way they do that in marketing. That once you
affiliate marketing.
So,
yeah.
So if you heard this person, Marvel Die, so in case you want to play, you can use my discount code, Marvel Die. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.